get him down right around the 25, actually the 20. So a net gain of 1 there. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their quarterback.
It hit them pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to...
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Here's Wentz to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball played right at midfield. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard
loss on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 27, Wentz hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley Cox. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Jonathan Taylor. The
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the tackle.
He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
His kick is good.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Raymond now on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find
here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He's got a first down. That's his first catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Goff on first down. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Quintez Cephas with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is, now
feels like he can get it done.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over at 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. Now Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made at the 36.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Taylor. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Time for the next drive. We'll see what tight end Jack Doyle and the rest of this offense can do. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Colts.
On the delay, here's Hines. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
The give to Taylor.
6-yard line.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Wentz rolling to his right. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tight end Hawkinson. 7 yards there and a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, gone. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
For a Lions.
Here's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete.
That's another Lions. 1st and 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. To throw is gone. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Bullock's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Lions 17, Colts 7.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Indianapolis.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Wentz now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Throwing on first is Wentz. A good throw here, finding Pascal.
Wentz's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Now Wentz again. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of
first
6.
target, first catch, and a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal, Indianapolis.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard.
On 2nd and goal. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to
Michael Pittman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts able to get this back with it, a touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
It is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Raymond now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. What would you do best? Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns. That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
3rd and 6.
They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A shotgun snap for Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Goff's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Again, Goff. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. 35-23 was the final. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And 8 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Lions. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
We don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Bullock will put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
20, Colts 14.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you have to have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brought him down.
They run with Taylor. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Wentz's pass.
11 yards there, first down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz fighting Hilton on the slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so. And that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
They fake the give. Now Wentz stepping up. He's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Not much there, only a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. From the gun, here's Goff. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Draw play. This is Hines. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd.
They'll run with Taylor. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's good for a Lions. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And they'll try and go jet sweep here with Perriman. And he stopped immediately there.
Wide receiver, the ball carrier.
The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Goff now looking to throw. Catch is made by Hawkins. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up.
Carson Wentz.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And the Colts getting ready to go. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. This big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Wentz. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. This from 37.
37-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Makes the score Colts 24, Lions 20.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. On 1st down, Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is gone. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
An 8-yard.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And this will be brought back to the 22.
Carson.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taylor, the ball.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Hines. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
27, Lions 20.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Goff. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Raymond now on the return. Down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. gets a chance to get after the quarterback, it's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a carry for Swift. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
3rd down.
Now it's gone.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wentz. He may try and run for this. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
37, Lions 20.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw, gone. Looking for Perriman there, he's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
12 more yards.
On 1st down, it's gone. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Got a man, that's Allison. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Goff throwing again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. It's by the rookie Julian Blackman. And a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.